Morning. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Love 500, and welcome back to an empty drive. Yes, that is Loopy Harold up there, poking his little backside out. But we have a new project arriving. I'm going to show you a little bit of video later on of a bit of bidding, and this may be one of the ones that I won. So we're going to have a little chat for a sec. Then we'll show you the car being delivered, then we'll show you the bidding. So see you back very shortly. Okay, so new car, new project. Car's not arrived yet, so I can't tell you too much about it. What I can tell you is it's from Copart. I want to tell you a little bit about Copart today. So as you know, my usual and trusted transport guy, Galen, sorry, I keep calling him Galen, booked a slot at 8 o'clock this morning at Copart Newbury. As always, he was there promptly. He got there. Luckily, I was still in bed, and my wife was downstairs and said, "Your phone's just tinged something about Copart." So I went down and got my phone, and text from Galen saying that there's £6 outstanding on your account and they won't load the car. So I bought this car on Monday. Today is Friday. Copart you have to pick the car up within 3 days of buying. I bought it Monday. I paid for it Tuesday morning, and now Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 days. So I guess it's for 3 days from buying, not paying, or 3 days from winning, not from paying. So it's now 4 days. So they've charged me £6 storage, but they wouldn't let him. I'm assuming they wouldn't let him pay the £6 again, probably because of COVID. They're not letting him take cash payments, so they wouldn't let him pay £6 lousy quid. So I turned on the laptop. It was showing up on my Copart account as outstanding. I paid the £6, and then it was a delay him getting loaded. So he was there at 8 o'clock, and I got the message from Copart saying that transport had left. I think it was 9:15. It is now around 10:30. He's told me he's going to be between 10:30 and 11:15, presumably based on his sat nav. Copart customer service. Terrible. We've all seen numerous comments about Copart online. Well, I say we all, I certainly have, and I'm sure some of you have as well. They've got a terrible reputation within the trade. The only reason that I stay with them is because I only buy Fiat 500s. They've got more Fiat 500s than anyone else. Of course, you have to pay to bid. They're all around the 50 quid mark, something like that. But you know, because the amount of stock on the other sites just pales into insignificance to the amount that you get on Copart, which is the only reason I stay with them. If I bought any cars, anycar.com and all that, then I'd go elsewhere. And I know from forums that I've seen, there are thousands of customers who have not renewed their membership. Their membership prices have gone up. It used to be 50 quid. Now it's 75 if you renew before you've run out. If you leave it, I think it's something like, don't quote me on this, but I think if it's 3 months after you run out, it goes up to 100 or 125 or something stupid. And then if after that, I can't remember the exact figures now, but I'll post them up here in the video so you can see. But it's something like 150 quid. It's ridiculous amounts. It's more than anybody else charges, as far as I'm aware. I don't really get it. They've also changed, so their structure of their fees was if you did more than 10 cars a year. If you bought more than 10 cars a year from them, your fees were less. That's gone. It's now, I believe, 12 cars a year. And until you've bought that 12 cars a year, you pay the top rate. And I think that starts like at the 1st of January. So you have to buy 12 cars now, before the rate goes down. Whereas before, I think it was based on your usual buying. You know, if like the previous 12 months you'd bought more than 10 cars. I believe, I could be wrong saying that, I believe that's what it was. But yeah, no, so, and the fees have gone up another 2 times in the last few months as well. I don't understand what their PR department, if they have a PR department, are doing. They are alienating an entire industry against them. I think it's all to do, well, they haven't got the monopoly as such. You know, it's not like eBay. There's not really any other auction sites you can go to. There are other auction sites you can go to, and they are alienating their customers, and they've got a terrible reputation within the industry. I will continue to use them. I've got no option really, unless I do other things apart from Fiat 500s. There's a couple that I'm looking at that I might sign up with just to give them a try. But invariably, you know, the stock levels are sort of 50 plus that are, at any one time, that are in the list that are coming up for auction within the next sort of 7 to 10 days. So it's a no-brainer for me. I basically have to put up with whatever they do. One good thing I can say from thousands of people not renewing their membership is that means there's less people bidding on the cars. So therefore, unless Copart do what a lot of people suspect that they do, bid up the cars themselves, which I'd like to think they don't. Obviously that would be against the law to do that. It will go against God knows how many trading laws and so on and so forth, but I wouldn't be surprised. And I have seen on forums where people have discussed it, and people have said, I used to work there, they do it all the time. I can't comment on that, I don't know, so I'm not going to say they do or they don't. I'd like to think they don't. Who knows? But as I say, you know, I just need to crack on and keep with Copart. If I can find another source, you know, that's good. I can use them less. If I use them less and get stuff from elsewhere, then I can get rid of them. But as it stands at the moment, I have no choice. So anyway, that's my little rant about Copart this morning. The car should hopefully be here any second now. Well, not any second now, within the next 10-15 minutes hopefully, depending on the traffic from Newbury. So I will see you when it gets here, and we'll have a little walk around it on the transporter. It's a starts, but it doesn't say drive. I've had ones that do drive that have said start before. I'm not sure from the pictures. You'll see the pictures coming up shortly, and there wasn't a very good picture of the near side front wheel, so I'm not sure whether it's been pushed back or not. I have bought a bottom arm just in case, and I've got my skates down here which I bought ages ago, and I've just put them together, put the wheels on them and so on, just in case, because I'm not sure whether Gallen's got any skates with him should we need them. Hopefully it will come down straight off the transporter and we can just roll it down the drive and we can get on, but we'll see. Anyway, we'll be back in a second for you when he gets here. Welcome back to bidding day. So as you can see up here, I've broken my golden rule, and the rule that I go on about constantly. As you can see there, the auction starts in 1 hour and 52 minutes, and it says I'm already winning. Now I saw this car when it first started and I thought it was on 0, so I thought to myself, let's have a cheeky little bid. I bid on that and something else, I can't remember what it was, it wasn't a Fiat, and I've done a maximum of £500 bid on it. At the moment, that was probably 7 or 8 days ago, something like that, and it's come up to £400, and it's gone no higher, so I'm still the winning bidder. So I've broken my golden rule that I always moan about. So this car is a 2010 car. Damage is quite obvious: bonnet, wing, bumper, obviously no doubt the front panel as well, obviously headlights and DRL. Not even sure whether the bonnet might even be worth repairing, that bonnet, possibly, don't know. No damage on the back. It's got parking sensors. It's got, if you can see there, manuals. Blow that up a bit so you can see them. That's always a good thing to look for when you're looking at cars on Copart and elsewhere, because they tend to put them, if they're not already there, they'll put them there. And as you can see, as is usual in Copart, the keys are hanging up there, or key, I should say. If there are keys there, more often than not, they are hanging there so you can see them. Looks relatively clean. There's an engine. Front panel's going to be gone, they always are. Oops, I've gone off the edge. Looks alright that side, sort of. Although the headlight lug is obviously gone. It's bent up a little bit, even when they don't look like it. Even that last one I did, Project Blondie, excuse me, that didn't look like, even when I got close to it, you know, when I actually got the car, it didn't look like the front panel needed doing, but it did. So I'll get one anyway. So we got that light on there, which is going to be about, because of the lights, we got the ABS light on there for some reason. 66,000 miles. So there may be damage down there somewhere, you never know. I don't think the wheel looks pushed back. That's it, basically. So let me go back to the wheel again, have a look. Where are we? Side view of the wheel. Well, there isn't actually a side view of the wheel. That's a bit unfortunate. So it may well be pushed back. It probably is, to be honest, because if the impact was there on that corner, chances are it has pushed that back. So the chances are possibly the strut, possibly, more than likely, the wishbone, lower arm, whatever you like to call it. Yeah, there are no side-on pics though, so you can't really see if it's moved backwards, but I think we can safely say it is. See, it doesn't say run and drive. That's the only minus thing. So I'm not going to bid up much on this. If I happen to manage to get a cheap one, so much the better. As you may have seen there's another one there, a 2011 with 56,000 miles, which is currently at 425. The previous one is pure sale. This one's on reserve, and this one has been here before. And from memory, it went for more than I would have been prepared to pay for it. So we'll have a look, see what happens. This one is too much money. I think this one may even be a customer car. Let me have a look. In case you don't know, which I'm sure you do. It's not, actually, it's an X. You see there at the end of the lot number, it's an X. So that is an accident damage car. So I can't see anything wrong with it. What's wrong with it? Nothing that I can see. Runs and drives, 42,000 miles. Is there any, there's no additional info either, so it's a strange one, that. So that is also a pure sale, but it's already up to £1,050, so there's going to be something wrong with it, something that we don't know about. It says primary damage rear end. Oh, I see, is that it? Yeah, so we got damaged bumper and a dent in there. I mean, that dent will come out. I've got a new bumper. I've even got the boot lid off a Kui, which has got a black spoiler type affair, but I could use it, or I could repair that. So I mean, that's crazy that that's been written off for that. And it's an S for some bizarre reason. So I'm going to check. Obviously, when you're an account holder on Copart, you get the registration numbers of the cars. So you can copy and paste those into .gov and have a look at the MOT history, which I'll do, because it's only 1,050 and you never know. It's going to go up silly money. It's probably going to go 16, 17, 1,800 quid, I imagine. But all three of these cars are all at Sandy today. So if I win one of these cars, I will put it in the video of the car when I get the car. If not, I will put it in a separate Copart video at some point in the near future. But that's what we're looking at today. I do have quite a lot on my list, quite a lot. But yeah, there's a lot available at the moment, so hopefully that'll start to push the price down a little bit. But this is a bizarre one, why that's a Cat S. Very bizarre. Anyway, that's where we are. It's 10:15 at the moment, so the auction starts in an hour and 45 minutes. That's lot number 62. They're in different lanes. That lot's 112, that's lot 53. So I imagine that one's probably going to come up first. But probably too much money, I think. But it would be nice, that would be quite a good one to win, because if it is just a back bumper and a hatch, I can get that again fixed in a day. But I'm going to go and have a look at the MOT history now anyway. So we'll be back either showing you one of these cars where I've won them, or, as I say, this video will just be part of another one. So we'll be back and we will see you very soon. So as you can see, that one that was, this is the MOT history of that one that was up to £1,050. 25th September 2020 was the last test, so it is obviously still MOT'd until September this year. It was last done at 38,000 miles on all. The only advisories was front tyres worn, and as we go through, there's been no advisories at all. So clean bill of health. So that makes me think that it might be worth a bid, but it's still a bit odd why it's Cat S. Anyway, we'll be back soon. Right. Excuse the horrible music, I can't seem to get rid of it for some reason. Okay, so I'm still winning that one at 400 quid. But I'm more interested in this one, which is on next car, I think. But I think it's going to go for too much. Where's it gone? Here we go. Oh, already bidding. Oh, it's already gone up to 12.50. I fancied this one. There's not much wrong with it, but no, I'm not paying that much. I thought this would happen. 1,450, 1,500. So it's low mile. This is the one that's just got the dented boot and the bumper. So there's not much to do to it. And it's only done 42,000 miles, so it's a good buy.
Bonus time.
But it's too much money. Anyone else going to bid?
Bonus time.
1,550 it's on. Next bid is 1,600. Is anyone else going to bid? It's probably one of you lot watching. Sold for 1,550. So that's getting on for £2,000 out the door, that one. Far too much. Far too much. So we'll come back when the one I'm bidding on comes up. Well, we're nearly there now. We're on number 58 at the moment, and my one is 62. So we'll be there in a minute. I think that means it's bid up to 500, and the thumbs up means I'm still the highest bidder. So it has gone up another 100 quid. And obviously I didn't expect to get it that cheap anyway, but it is a 2010. I didn't really want to be going ones that old, but
Bonus time.
if I can get it cheap, then we'll do it. We'll see. I doubt if I'll get it, but you never know. Right, here we go.
Your watch item is next on the block.
Oh, here we go. There we go. Oh, there's some crazy bidding going on here. It's stupid. I'm not even bidding anymore. As soon as someone's bidding, someone else is bidding immediately.
New bidder.
750.
This is a hot lot.
It's approaching what I want to pay for it now.
Bonus time.
What is it, 800?
Bonus
I thought I
time.
was going to win then. Come on. Let's have it for 800 quid. Come on. Yes, got it. Excellent. More than I wanted. Well, no, actually not more than I wanted to pay. I was going to pay up to about 950, and I got it for 8, so that's good. That's all right. Cool.
New bidder.
So that'll be the new car for the channel. So that's the total, £1,086. So the hammer price was 800, and it's out the door at 1,086. In Sandy, I think Sandy is £130 to get delivered. So we are quids in. I reckon that can be sold for, I don't know. We'll see how clean it is really, because the prices vary by, a couple of hundred quid here and there, depending on how clean they are. So somewhere between 2,200 and 2,400, I reckon. Somewhere between that, we'll see. But it's in the right colour, the most popular colour. I've got a bumper. Bumpers that need a little bit of work, but I've got a bumper. I've got a bonnet. I'm not sure whether I've got a passenger wing or not. I'll have a look this afternoon. If not, I'll get one. But they're cheap as chips, white wings. So yeah, that's really good news. The next project. Now we've got to come up with a name for it. Morning. Welcome back to the channel again. This is obviously mid-roll. So I shouldn't really have said morning, but I have, so it's too late now and I've just said it again. So I am currently in a strange location, which you can't see because I'm in the eye bath. Not that it makes a difference what car I'm in. I haven't got many cars left now. I've got this, the Abarth and Loopy Herald. So this video is recorded on Tuesday. The new car, which you've already just seen, is coming. It's coming. It's the future for me. It's the past for you. It's coming on Friday. So I've just come over to Malden, which is a few miles the other side of the beautiful town of Croydon. If you know Croydon, you'll see why I'm laughing. And I've just bought a front panel, a genuine front panel, for 46 quid. £46 for a genuine front panel. That's about 25 quid less than a reasonably decent aftermarket one. So it was worth the 15-mile journey or whatever it was over here to pick it up. It's a nice sunny day. I've just picked it up and I'm just heading back home now. So I'm preempting that the new car is going to need a front panel. They usually do, and I doubt very much whether this one will be any different. So for 46 quid, had to be done. It's a shame he didn't have any more, but he did have a radiator for 40 quid. But I don't really need a radiator. I've already got one off of Cooey. Should I need it? I could have bought it, but blow it. I don't think that they're not that expensive new anyway. The aftermarket ones are fine, so I didn't bother. He also had a really light blue bonnet, but it's not much use to me, to be honest, so I didn't bother buying that. It's only 70 quid, but I didn't think there was any point of buying it. Okay, so I've now got someone strangely looking at me walking past because I'm talking to myself, so I'm gonna get my sat nav back on and get myself home. So yeah, so enough of the waffling. Let's get back onto the car. Right, you're going to now see the car being unloaded off the transporter. So let's go and do that and then we'll come back. There it is. Morning.
Morning.
Morning. How you doing?
Morning.
Long time no see.
Just watching the auction here.
How are you?
Yeah, there was a car I was going to bid in Mannheim, you know?
Oh, right.
Yeah, I was going to bid on it, but I
Gone too much?
No, we didn't.
Too much?
3,550.
Right, it's very dirty as usual.
No,
They're always dirty, aren't they? That tyre looks okay. That tyre looks borderline. Oh, no, it's okay. It's a little bit on the back, but no back damage. It was difficult to tell from the photographs because it was so dirty at the back, but we got parking sensors as well. I forgot about that. So it doesn't look like there's any damage at the back. Thankfully no damage on this side. Now that wheel looks straight to me, so hopefully
there's a little bit of service history in it.
Yeah, I saw that. I think it's going to roll okay, you know.
The receipts because it took them too long to load it.
Yeah,
you see?
nightmare, aren't they?
Runkers.
This wheel looks okay. I couldn't tell from the picture.
If you go, by the way, front tires are brand new.
Yeah, they look quite new.
Ones, yeah.
Oh, they're winter tyres, aren't they? Yeah.
Winter tyres.
Yeah.
Winter tyres.
Yeah, I don't think it's gone backwards. It looks okay, so I might be all right.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. Yeah. It might just be the fuel cut off that's gone. It might be just the fuel. Oh no, because it starts, doesn't it? But both wheels are straight, so I reckon it's all right.
Is it Cat-10? What was it?
It's an S.
Oh, did you buy it as an S?
Yeah. It is quite rusty, isn't it? Yeah, it's a template, I suppose, but it's only surface rust, isn't it? That'll brush off.
Yeah. How much did you pay for it?
800 was the hammer price.
Oh, plus the
plus the fees. It's just over £1,000, I think it was in total.
Yeah. All done, it's going to probably what, two,
just over two.
2.5.
Yeah, it's about 250 maybe, something like that. Right.
All right, let's get it on.
Let's get it off. Right, I have featured Gallen's truck and his website on the channel before, but it's always good to do it again. We've just got off the white car. That's his website. I'm going to put the link to the website
and
on the channel as well.
Number.
Oh yeah, mobile number. There's his mobile number, 07762 090 232. He's based in East London, however he goes all over the country except for the Highlands and Islands.
Except Ireland and Highlands.
And the Highlands, everywhere else.
Everywhere else,
He'll give you a good price.
Always.
And he'll give you a great service.
Thank you, as usual.
So if you need a car transported from Copart or anywhere else, this is the man you need.
There you go.
Right, so you've seen it unloaded off the transporter, you've seen a couple of the issues, maybe. What we didn't film, there's a couple of surprises that we didn't film, or at least one surprise that we didn't film. It almost turned into a stressful delivery, but it was saved. So let's have a walk around of the car now and we'll see what we got. So here we have a template 2010 1.2 Lounge, which is a Cat S. All looks okay, doesn't it? Dirty, obviously. The sills are okay on this side. The wheels are in the usual sort of condition. It has brand new winter tyres all the way around. I say brand new, brand newish. Certainly on the fronts, I think it's maybe it might be the backs that are not brand new, but they are winter tyres. Don't know what, I never quite understand why people get lots of different types of tyres for their cars. But hey ho. So, okay, let's have a quick look around the other side. I've shown you the good bits first. I haven't looked inside the car yet, apart from getting it down the driveway. So, this side, seals are all okay this side, as far as I can see. I haven't climbed underneath, but look okay from what I can see. Again, wheels dirty more than anything. Cars are always dirty. So, runs. Runs, one key. I don't know what S is, maybe that's cat. They don't normally put the cat. Was picked up on the 9th of February, so I guess that's when the accident happened. Before we show you the damage, which you've already seen in the auction stuff, it's very, very dirty in here. There's no mats in it. It's very grubby, very, very grubby. Oh, it's obviously quite a short person because the seat's right up in the air. Oh, I've got the keys in my hand. I wanted to do my usual check, see if we've got any free CDs. But what was seen in the pictures, which you would have seen, is all this lot. There's no V5. Oh look, but I've never seen that before. Blue and Me media player adapter for iPod. So it's a 2010. Obviously it's a lounge, so we've got Blue and Me. It's absolutely rotten in here. I don't know what all this is. Grease. Gallon thought it was blood on the steering wheel, but I think it's just dirt. It's probably the contractor that picked it up, I would imagine, that took it to Copart. You know the way they look after cars. That side's lovely and clean there. This side is messy as hell. The seats are a bit grubby. They're not too bad. Not too bad. Oh, that's fallen out. That's all right. That's back in again. We got the old port on the top. No stop start, obviously, as I said, because it's a 2010 it's an early 2010 before the stop start came out. So I haven't looked at the service book. We'll go through that. Oh, I've got some receipts here by the looks of it. Oh no, it's MOTs. Let's have a look. It's so good when you get all this. Right, let's have a look. Where are we? Is this current one? Expires June. It runs out in June. So obviously I'll be putting a new MOT on it. We've got lots of little books and pieces here. We've got the handbook. Hopefully there should be a service history book here. Sound system service book. Here we are. Let's have a look. What do we got? Oh, we've got loads of services by the looks of it. Oh, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 services. So it had a full service in July 2018 at 61,000 miles. And then July 2020, 2 years later, at 65,000 miles, it had a minor service. So an intermediate service. So it's probably due a full service, most of which I will do myself. And then I may or may not get it serviced at a garage. If I give a warranty with this car, then I will get it done, because you have to get it done at a VAT registered garage for the warranty to be valid. I've just noticed that the windscreen's cracked, so I'm going to have a new windscreen, so that's an extra 150 quid for me, which is annoying. But you know, it's annoying that Copart don't tell you about it. And I know it is buyer beware, but it is very annoying. That's got to be replaced now, so that's 150 quid less I will earn out of it. Now, I don't know if it's got locking wheel nuts on it or not. I hope so, because we need those. Let's just chuck these on the floor for the time being. Get them out of the way. Let's have a look under the thing in the seat. Excuse the camera work. Nothing there. Let's hope it's in the boot. I don't even know if there is one. I'll have to take off before I look in the boot. I'm going to take off a hubcap and have a look, see if there is any. Bear with me. Let's take off the rear one for a minute. Get a screwdriver in there, prise it off. Yes, there is. Right, what do we think? Is there going to be one in the boot? I need the keys. Right, one of the surprises we've got is there's 2 keys. If there's only one key, if there's a remote key with it, I don't bother forking out and getting another key cut. But in this case, it's always a good selling point that you've got 2 keys. Now, why can't I get the boot open? I don't know. Why is it not locking? I think the range has probably gone in this, and it probably needs a new battery. That's it, the boot's open now, I think. Right, yep, that's it. Okay, let's hope that it's underneath, otherwise I'm going to have to order one of those, another 25 quid. Oh, yeah, locking wheel nuts. Is it in here though? Yes, that's good. That's good. Let's make sure it actually fits. It is the right one. Yes, that's good. That saves me 25 quid. Great stuff. Right, that's that. Got a spare wheel. Doesn't look like it's been used. Got a full toolkit. Absolutely no damage to the rear whatsoever. It's just dirt. Look at the state of that. Somewhere under there, hopefully, is some chrome. So I will get some polish on that. I will have a look at the state of the exhaust pipe. Obviously, if it's got holes in it and so on, I won't bother polishing the end of it. I'll just get a new one. Still haven't shown you the damage, have I yet? I'm just having a little look round. This is the first look round, so you know I don't know what's under the seats or anything. I like to do this with you so you see exactly what we've got. Let me just pause it. Oops, a second. Okay, so we've been in the driver's seat. Let's get back in the driver's seat. I'm going to wind the window up because it's just started to rain. Only a little bit, but oh. So the car has done 66,070 miles, just turned 66,000. Let's put the key in the ignition. When I got it, as you hopefully, no, I don't think I showed it on the video. I might try and, no, I don't know if my CCTV will pick it up, but if I can get my CCTV, if my CCTV camera picks it up, I will slot it in after I've just talked about it. But what happened was, the Copart listing said runs, didn't say drive. There was no picture in Copart, which I think I mentioned when we were looking at the listing, of whether there was any damage done to the wheel. We've seen the damage. Obviously, I haven't shown it to you now while we're doing the walk around, but we saw the damage on the photographs from Copart, and there was no photograph of that near side. So I thought to myself, okay, it doesn't drive, but it starts. Is that wheel going to be being pushed backwards, and so on? Is there going to be damage on that corner? Which there isn't. It all works fine. It's the other side. I'll show you in a minute. For some bizarre reason, the steering rack track rod end has snapped on this end. Why? Unless it was a jolt from the passenger side when it's had the accident that's done it. No airbags have gone or anything. It was obviously enough to do those cracks in the windscreen. So I don't know if there's any other damage there, but the battery was completely dead as a doornail. We rolled it down off of the transporter, and I will insert what happened now if I can pick it up on my CCTV, and you'll see what happened. So that will go in right now if I can. If not, I'll be straight back. So I'm obviously recording this immediately after I just said that. So I don't know whether I've shown you that or not, but if I have, I'll explain to you what happened in case you haven't seen it. So obviously when they're on the back of the truck, they're tied down, and Gallin, obviously, like everyone does, you put the ramps in line with the wheels. So it didn't start, so he's rolling it backwards, and all of a sudden it veers to the left, and the right hand side came off of the transporter as it came down and fell off the ramp, and the ramp moved over to the left hand side. What we didn't realise was that wheel has got no steering. So when he's come off what we thought was in a straight line, even though that wheel was in a straight line, as we've come backwards, that wheel has done that, and the car has gone backwards to the left and come off of the ramp. And then of course we couldn't do anything, like, you know, we couldn't start it, and we couldn't drive it. We managed to, I had a spare battery, so I put a battery in. The battery that was in the car is now currently over there being charged with the new Noco 5. And we started it, and because that's the passenger side steers okay, we managed to manually pull the driver's side wheel round to get onto the driveway, and then once we're straightened up, the wheel, they actually moved. I think it was like the momentum of the car and the fact that the left wheel was steering has managed to push that wheel straight on its own with its own momentum, and it's steered straight down the driveway. I had a quick look underneath when it was on the road, and I can see that the track rod end from the steering rack is snapped in half. Hopefully there's no other damage, but it's quite bizarre. I don't think there will be until I get the wheels off and have a good look down. I don't know. The wheel's not at an angle. When you've pushed the steering straight, the wheel is straight. It's not at an angle. So I don't think there's going to be any other damage. It's just going to be a track rod end that needs replacing, hopefully. But anyway, we got it started. We got it down the drive. So it starts fine. It sounds okay. Let's just start her up. Ticks over nicely. We've got the warning triangle up. ABS unavailable, so we've obviously got an ABS sensor problem. Probably something from the accident, I would imagine. But obviously we'll get to the bottom of that, find out what that is. It's probably going to be just one of the ABS sensors, I would think. But the engine sounds as sweet as a nut. It's quiet. Tick over's good. It's all good. So right, this is my favourite part. Apart from looking in the boot and finding lots of goodies, which I haven't in this instance. It's pouring with rain now. Put the stereo on, see what the volume is. Was that in relation to the crash? Let's put it on. No. I'm not even sure there's an aerial on it. There was in the pictures, but they do often take the aerials off and put them inside. I don't know. Haven't noticed whether there's an aerial on it or not. Press the button. Is there a CD? No. No free CDs. Oh, what a shame. So we've got no radio signal. Hopefully it might just be because the aerial's been taken off. It's pouring with rain now, so I need to get out and show you the outside. So I'm just going to go and drink my tea, which is let's just turn that off, which is getting cold out there, and we'll show you what we can once the rain stops. I think this is only showers today, but we'll show you what we can of the damage before we take anything off. Right, the rain has eased off a little bit, so let's show you the damage properly. So as we said, the windscreen is cracked all the way along there. Didn't see that in the photographs, didn't say it in the Copart description. I can't say that they inspect their cars very well. Oh, it started raining again. So we thought that wheel was knackered, or the suspension was knackered. It appears it's not. Obviously we will get up in here and inspect it. Down here, this is the main damage. So the front wing has been pushed in. Obviously the bracket that's attached to, that's why the ABS is not working. It's broken the wire. That's the ABS wire. So we can just, that's it, it disappears into there. So that's just got cut. So we just need to solder and join that. That'll be fine. Yeah, so the bolt-on bracket is obviously knackered. The inner wing, I can see the end of the inner wing there. So I don't think it's damaged the inner wing whatsoever. That piece there is slightly bent, so that can pull out easily enough. It's not done any damage. It hasn't dislodged the fuse boxes I've had before, and it doesn't appear, apart from that, it hasn't damaged the wiring. we appear to have the wire there for the fog lights, so we're going to put fog lights in it, which I may or may not have some fog lights, so I might put some fog lights in. And obviously the bumper's had it, there's half of it missing, or part of it missing. That's broken. I've got one of those. In fact, I think I've got everything I need for this car. The trim will obviously all come off. Even that trim, no, that bit of trim's broken, so we'll get rid of that one, but I've got spares of those. Everything else I've got. DRL is not in the boot, which I thought it might be, but I've got DRL. Headlight's not in the boot either, which I thought it might be, as they often are. But again, I've got a passenger headlight as well. Bonnet I've got, bumper I've got. Actually, the bumper has already got trims on it, so I don't even need the trims. Obviously, I'll keep them. But this down here, see, as you can see, this wheel is perfectly straight, which is the one I expected, if any, to be a problem with. It's not been pushed back as far as I can see. It steers fine. This side, as you can see, it's inwards, but that's not the bottom arm. It's the steering rack. I'm not going to be able to get in here and show you. It's too dark down there. I can't show you at the moment, but I did have a look in there when the wheel was turned, and you could see that it was completely snapped. There's no damage to this side whatsoever. The impact was the other side, only the other side. So whether she's hit something underneath, and there is more damage that I don't know about until I get all that off, but that was the only body damage, I don't know. The bonnet's taken a complete whack. It's obviously gone to one side. I may have to put some hinges on. I don't like changing bonnet hinges. The reason being, even though you can draw lines around them and you can use like where they've been painted and try and get them back in the exact same position, I have had so many problems in the past trying to line up bonnets when I've changed the hinges, and you can sort of bounce the bonnet up and down with bits of wood underneath the hinges and so on and so forth to try and get it back into position, and that is what I will try to do without having to change those, because I don't like changing them at all. But it does look like I may have to with this one, because it's been whacked front and side on, isn't it? So it's shunted it all left. It may be just the bonnet, but it's probably the hinges, so I will try it without changing the hinges if I can. If not, then I'll just have to do it. It's annoying about the windscreen, but you know, such is life. So we'll get that booked. I don't know when I'll get that booked, but I'll probably get the damage done first. So I was going to try and attack this today and get the lion's share of it done, bodywork wise, but the weather is awful today, so it's on and off, pouring and rain, so I probably won't. Let's get the bonnet up. We'll show you under the bonnet. So looking under the bonnet, we are looking at the chassis rail. That chassis rail is completely straight, and as far as I can see, that one's completely straight as well. This is the battery that I put in temporarily, which is the battery I already had, which is good, so it starts fine. So this one is on charge, currently undergoing a repair on the Knockout Genius 5, which I've done a review of, and if you click on the link above, you will see that review, or go to my new playlist of reviews. At the moment this is the only one in there, but I will be reviewing other products as well. But yeah, there is a review there if you want to click on it and have a look. So this is the battery that was in it, which a Raptor battery, never heard of them, but yeah, it's trying to repair it, so that may go back into the car. It's quite dirty under here, as is often the case. Interestingly, I reckon the cam belt's been done, because that has quite clearly been peeled back. There's nothing in the service book that says it's been done, but I reckon it's been done. So what I will do is, when I clamber underneath this, I will have a look, because you can see the cam belt from underneath and you can get an idea of whether it's new or not. Looking at that auxiliary belt, that doesn't look 10 years old to me, so I reckon that's probably going to be okay. Front panel, to be honest, this front panel, because the impact's been here, apart from this being bent, there is a distinct possibility that this front panel's not even bent. So before I do, I have got a front panel, I bought one, as you've seen in the video. However, what I will do is I'll see what the radiator is like underneath. If the radiator is untouched, which I'm assuming it probably will be because that part of the bumper is untouched, I think just by straightening this, which is easy to do because it's quite soft, this part, which is another reason that it bends easily. Of course, this one's gone as well, so you know, it just needs pushing down. You just push hard on it and it bends. If the main thing, the only parts that may sometimes get bent is here, which doesn't look bent, I have to say, although the horn down there is pushed underneath, but then that's pushed the horn, not the actual thing. If it's not pushed the chassis leg over, which I don't think it has, then there's not really any need to change this, I don't think. And the way of telling, of course, if we get a new wing on, if we get the bumper on, it all fits nicely, and we can straighten the top of that, then it's going to be okay. There's no need. The bars aren't going to be bent. They're untouched. The bars are completely untouched. So I think that will save me money. Obviously, I've already bought it, but I will always use it on another project. So that cost me what, 46 quid. So although it's going to cost me £150 to do the windscreen, it's going to save me 46 quid by not having to do that, and of course the time. So that will be quite a result. I've got the wing. I've got a wing already. I've got all the bits down here. I bought that bottom arm thinking, preempting that it's gone on that side, but it looks like it hasn't. Luckily, it's here somewhere. If you remember on Project, which one was it? Bluey. Project Bluey, where we did the work on that side. Oh, hang on a minute. No, that was the driver's one, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. What have I got? No, I've got drivers. It was that side, and I took an arm down there and it turned out it was the wrong side. Oh, I don't know now. Yeah, sorry, driver's one. So if the driver's one has gone, which it may have done, seeing as the steering rack has gone, I don't think it has, but if it has, I've got one. Which I have bought, of course, but it's already bought and paid for, and they're only, I don't know, can't remember, 30 quid, 35 quid, something like that. So it's not too bad, I don't think. What do you think? Obviously, we won't know the extent of the damage until we get it up in the air and get the wheels off, which I will try and do today. I have got someone coming shortly to do a diagnostics on their car, because they've got their car up for sale. And it's actually, I don't know if you recall Reggie. Reggie was the red Lounge that I sold probably 18 months or so ago to the daughter of my sister-in-law's friend. She crashed it. I featured it in a video earlier on where it had been crashed. It was like one of my past projects. And her other daughter has also got a Fiat 500, exactly the same as Bluey, which she's got up for sale. But she's getting the error message coming up on the screen saying that start, stop, not available. So I'm going to run diagnostics, see if we can figure out what's causing that. So she's coming around shortly. If the rain stays at bay, I might try and get this front off today, and we can have a proper look and see if there is any other suspension stuff that needs ordering. At least I can get it ordered. I probably won't start doing the wing on that today, but this video is mainly for the walk around really, and the bidding, which you've now seen. So hopefully if the cam belt's already been done, which we reckon it is, and I'll do some investigation into that, see if we can find out from any of the dealers that have done the servicing and what have you, whether they've done the cam belt. I didn't notice it in the book, but I will have another look back and see if I can see anything. We haven't got any receipts, of course, for any services that have been done, but we won't be able to get in contact with the previous owner, because I know you're not supposed to with Copart, but it is handy if you can. There's no documentation within the car whatsoever as a clue as to who that previous owner might be. So what we would do is we'll look into it and see if we can figure out whether it has been done. That will save me £200, just over £200. I pay Connor £120 to do the cam belt, and the parts are around the £60 mark, so it's the best part, 200 quid, which I'm going to have to pay. But of course, as we've said, windscreen needs doing. Not the end of the world. You know, we always get surprises with these. At least we've got 2 keys and it starts. And there won't be too much effort. We're going to have to buy a track rod end. It does steer, so I'm assuming that the steering rack is probably okay. And so it should just be a matter of the steering rack, hopefully. If the bottom arm needs doing, it needs doing. But we won't know that until we've changed the track rod end and taken it for a little drive. Obviously, it will need laser alignment done on it as well, so I'll get that done. But yeah, all in all, it's not a bad car. The rain has given it a little wash, but obviously it needs a proper wash. I'm not going to bother doing that until such time as I put the new wing on and the new bumper on. So that's it for the time being. So this is the project. We've got to come up with a project name for this, which I will do before I upload the video. Don't know what I'm going to call it, but I'm not even sure what the last 3 letters are at the moment because they're covered up. But we will see if we can make a name for it. We could call it Blondie too. But we'll see. Anyway, that's the walk around of the new Fiat 500. Have I inspired you again to do your own? Let me tell you a little quick story before we sign off. I sold all my batteries about to run out. I sold what did I sell? I sold a passenger side window on eBay a few days ago, and the fella came to pick it up, and he got to the doorstep, and he, apart from other things, he said to me, "That's Harold out there, isn't it? Looking at Loopy Harold parts out on the road." He's one of the YouTube subscribers. So I didn't actually catch your name, even though you bought something off me on eBay, but I appreciated his words, and he said that I inspired him to do this. I got him through lockdown, and he's now got 3. I think he said he's got 3 Fiat 500s, which he's doing. So it's great that I'm inspiring people, and it's really good, and it's really strange to meet the people that are actually subscribers to the channel. It's quite odd, especially the bloke who came round and you're on the channel, so I'm going to talk about you. Who come round and he just kept saying, "Oh God, oh God, oh God," and I felt like a minor celebrity. It was quite amusing. But so yeah. Anyway, I digress. This is Project Bluey. No, it's not. This is Project whatever it's going to be called. That's the walk around, and we'll be back well, within a few days of this video being uploaded, and we will start on the work. So thanks for watching. If you're not already a subscriber, I would please ask you to subscribe. The channel is growing massively, and the more people subscribe, the more thumbs up I get on the videos, the more the videos get shared by YouTube and suggested by YouTube. And then it's great to build this community of people who like Fiat 500s and who are interested in making a few quid and repairing them. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in a few days' time. Stay safe, and not for much longer, stay at home. See you soon.